Everybody, I briefly want to introduce you our views and how we can help you kind of in serving better your customers. So we are a Germany-based company, but running since 2015, also a strong business here in India. First to get started, what is it about? We are convinced that it's necessary to be still in 2020 a successful retailer. And so the key success factor is we are convinced that you and we understand consumers' behavior, not only your customers' behavior, but consumers' behavior. So everybody who is in your target group, you need to understand to really update and offer the services that these consumers are expecting to fulfill their needs. So, and therefore, the crucial thing is transparency. And on that end, we are able to deliver you because we are delivering consumer insights. There are two buts. Consumer insights everybody wants and everybody needs. All of you have a lot of POS data, so a lot of customer data. But there are two things to always keep in mind. So every data that you have, especially when it's external data, also we have heard about in the previous presentation about camera data, all these things, everything is very powerful and useful, but especially in Europe, but I also think here in India, it's gonna come at the latest when talking about 2020. It needs to be kind of rocket safe, and you have to think about data security. And therefore, we are in the lucky situation that we are the only company in Europe who can say that according to new European laws, we are treating our data totally secure, and that it's also accepted by the law and by the legal authorities, that we are treating our data that we collect for you in a way that it's secure. So that's the one thing that we always keep in mind. But the other thing is, transparency is nice, but only transparency, only data, only dashboards is nothing. In the end, you, and therefore we are always looking for partnerships, need to launch the necessary measures. So because only when doing something and when changing something, and also when being willing to change something, you are able to realize some impact. There's nothing else that we can tell you with respect to that, but just do it. So like Nike, we just need to do it. So we need to make use of the transparency by observing whether the measure brought us in the right direction, but we need to try out. And this is also, we need to learn from online businesses. They are A/B testing everything. And that's what we also need to take advantage, really to treat in the end consumers better and therefore be more successful. So with all these challenges and all these necessities, we are convinced that with these services that we are offering, we are a perfect partner also for you here in India to support you and to increase your performances. So the services we are offering, and they are all integrated and fit together. So the fundament is our service roundabout, so the analytics, so delivering transparency. Based on that, we are able to get in touch with your customers and with your consumers via Facebook, via Google, and we have exclusive partnership with these partners worldwide. And if you have a strong app, but this is, at least in Europe so far, a big limitation, if you have your own strong app, you also are able to integrate and to communicate with your loyal customers via beacon campaigns, via beacon interactions. So what we are doing, we are delivering kind of the full service from the data capturing of own data, so unique data that we capture for you in your stores. We integrate data with your POS data, with your camera data, with your marketing calendar, with all the data that is available, also weather data. Then, based on that, our specialists in the team, so there are still people, but of course we also have a lot of algorithms, so also AI working on the analytics part, so really to draw out of the tons of data that we have the right conclusions to identify what are the drivers for the success. So only when we realize the drivers and understand them, we are able to improve. And finally, we also are your sparring partner to discuss, to launch the right measures. So, and when the measures are launched, then kind of the circle starts again and again, because we need to measure again the data. We need to compare what happened earlier. So, as mentioned, do we develop in the right development, in the right direction, yes or no? So, as this was only a really very quick run-through, we are convinced that future will be and can be promising. You just need to launch today already the right and necessary steps. And we are happy to support you to understand your customers better. It's not about technology, it's about your customers, because in the end they are all paying us by buying more in your stores. So therefore, focus on the customers, and we are more than happy to support you by understanding your customers better and by increasing the shopping experience for your customers. More than happy to discuss also in more detail next door at our stall, so happy to see all of you over there. Thank you.